Hey guys, Sean here from Tesla Family. Thanks for joining me for the final video in my 4-part series of production data for my Tesla solar panels. My 7.56 kilowatt Tesla solar panel system was installed back in June 2020. Well, it's spring now here in central Maryland. The birds are chirping, the grass is growing, the flowers have blossomed, and the mosquitoes are on their way, unfortunately. In this video, I'll be sharing with you my production data for spring 2021, covering the months of April, May, and June. I'm going to share with you details on my spring solar production, home usage, solar offset, rainfall and skyfall data, SREC creation, electric cost, and my excess generation payout. Yes, the utility company is paying me for electricity. All right, let's jump into the data. Okay, welcome to my spring 2021 solar production video. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to take a look at my April, May, and June 2021 monthly solar production numbers. Before jumping into that, I want to ask you guys if you can hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, especially if you are enjoying this content on my Tesla solar videos. Subscribing is completely free. It really helps out the channel, and it allows you to get notified when I post new videos. Thanks to all my subscribers so far. Okay, so here we are for April 2021. Again, I have a 7.56 kilowatt system installed back in late June 2020, so over a year now I've had the system. Looking ahead, I am going to be posting a 1-year review of my system, so look for that video very soon. And again, if you're subscribed, you'll get a notification that that video is posted. This is the old Tesla medium-sized system. The new medium-sized system is 8.16 kilowatts because there was a panel change just after I had my installation from 315 watt panels to 340 watt panels. Showing two images on the left hand side. One is my energy usage. It shows the daily energy production for each day of the month, and then my total solar energy produced at the top. You'll see for April 2021 it was 940 kilowatt hours, and then to the right is my impact screen, and that shows the solar offset that my solar panels are bringing. I'm basically 36% self-powered. If I had Powerwall, which I hope to add soon, that number would be a lot higher. But without Powerwall, I'm only able to be self-powered during each day's daylight hours. And the energy offset. It shows you how much solar energy I'm producing versus how much my home is using. And all of this data is for my home located here in central Maryland. For those of you who are new to the channel and may not know where I live, let's move to the table on the right hand side. So again, for the month of April 2021, my monthly solar produced was 940 kilowatt hours, and that was a 143% energy offset. Basically what that means is I produced more energy than my home used in the month of April. 43% more, in fact. My home used 658 kilowatt hours. I drew from the grid, mainly at nighttime and during days when it was rainy and cloudy, 421 kilowatt hours to power my home. Also drawing from the grid when I'm charging my all-electric Model 3 because my Tesla wall charger charges at a 11 kilowatt charge rate, and my system will only max out right around 6 kilowatts right in the middle of the day. Even though I can charge my car with some solar, I have to compensate the rest of that with grid power. But the good thing is, in previous months I've already pushed energy into the grid, so my carbon footprint there is neutral. I've pushed to the grid, you can see here, even in the month of April, 703 kilowatt hours. That's a difference of 282 kilowatt hours I've pushed to the grid for someone else out in my neighborhood to be using. My high-end production possibility for each day in the month of April, this is based on the kilowatt hour rule of thumb. I'll link right above here my July 2020 video that has more information on the kilowatt hour rule of thumb. But my high-end production possibility in the month of April is 37.8 kilowatt hours per day, or if I multiply that by the days in the month, 1,134 kilowatt hours. Low-end production possibility, 22.7 kilowatt hours, or a cumulative of each day of the month, 680 kilowatt hours. This takes into account the sun angle and amount of daylight hours per day, and is calculated on days of full sunshine. So there can't be any clouds around, there can't be any precipitation. And looking at what I produced, I ended up fitting right in between the high and low numbers at 940 kilowatt hours. So I'm feeling pretty good about my system working completely fine. Average production per day, 31 kilowatt hours. My highest production day for the month, 48 kilowatt hours on the 26th of the month. So close to that 50 kilowatt hour number. I've really been trying to eclipse it. I've gotten very close, as you can see. My lowest production day on the 9th of April, and that was only 5.6 kilowatt hours that day. It was overcast all day with fog and some thunderstorms around that brought rainfall and thunder and lightning, everything like that. But you can see, even on a pretty cruddy day, you could still generate some solar energy. My average percent of normal precipitation for the month, calculated for Central Maryland, was about 68% of normal. So this means we were below normal precipitation for the month. And the average sunrise to sunset sky cover, 60%. A little more cloudier than not cloudy during the daylight hours of the day. That can be fairly common though in the springtime, especially with humidity starting to peak up. Total lifetime production through the month of April, 7,143 kilowatt hours, and I was able to produce another SREC. Take a look at my SREC videos in my solar playlist for more information on what SRECs are and how you can create them. But I sold that for $68.50, and that brings my total system generated SRECs to 7. My utility bill, just $8.50. That's the customer charge, the basic level charge that you have to have in order to be connected to the grid. I did not actually pay for any electricity in the month of April. Another thing that happened in April is I got my anniversary check. If you're interested in hearing more about what this is, click on the link above and you'll be able to see this video. Basically what it is every year in the month of April, my electric company pays me back for any overages that I have. So I had over 2,000 kilowatt hours of extra electricity credits that they zeroed out for me and ended up paying me nearly $150 for. All right, moving on to May 2021, 977 kilowatt hours for the month. That was an offset of 139% because my home used 702 kilowatt hours, 35% self-powered. I pulled 457 kilowatt hours from the grid, and I pushed to the grid 732 kilowatt hours, a positive difference of 275 kilowatt hours. The high-end production possibility now jumps up because the change in the kilowatt hour rule of thumb. We're getting very close to peak sun for the year. We're almost near the solstice that occurs in June. But here in May, my system should be able to produce on a cloud-free sunny day a maximum of 52.9 kilowatt hours, or if I had every single day completely sunny, which is nearly impossible, 1640 kilowatt hours. Low end production possibility 37.8, and for the month 1172. You can see that I fell short of the low end production possibility. You can see here that there were several, at least 5 or 6 days that were very low production due to rain. Even though we were only 84% of normal rainfall for the month, there were several days that were very cloudy and we had low solar production. So I think if we had a little bit more sunshine for the month and less rain, obviously we would probably be right up in between the high and low end production numbers for the month of May. My average production per day came up a little bit to 32 kilowatt hours for the month. My highest production day was on the 1st. Boom, 49 kilowatt hours. So still that 50 kilowatt hour number is escaping me, and I have yet to see that in 1 year of owning my solar panels. But you can see above that my system can only max out at 52.9, so it's going to be very difficult really to get to that high end number. Lowest production day was on the 29th, only 7.6 kilowatt hours. Overcast skies, rain and fog that day. Makes a lot of sense there. Average percent of normal rainfall for the month, 84%, so still a little bit below normal. And average sunrise to sunset sky cover, 60% again. Total lifetime production increased to 8,120 kilowatt hours, and that allowed me to create or generate another SREC. Sold that again for $68.50. Now my total is up to 8, with a grand total of $556 for all the SRECs I've generated and sold to my SREC broker. Utility bill, another $8.50 for the month of May. And since we're in springtime, I want to remind you guys to clean your solar panels. I have a great video to share with you. If you haven't seen it, click on the link above for my cleaning solar panels video. Very important to keep your solar panels clean, especially with all the pollen that's in the air in the springtime. Alright, June 2021, monthly solar produced 962 kilowatt hours. My home used 773 kilowatt hours. You can see that that number is coming up. We're starting to use a lot more air conditioning with the hotter temperatures coming into the area. But I was still able to have an energy offset of 124%. So we generated way more solar than what we needed for the entire month. Again, a 34% self-powered. That number really won't fluctuate because I don't have Powerwall. Drew from the grid 506 kilowatt hours and pushed to the grid 695 kilowatt hours for a positive difference of 189 kilowatt hours. No change really to the high-end production possibility and low-end production possibility using the kilowatt hour rule of thumb. So again, for the month of June, we were below the high and low-end production possibility. You'll see here at least 3, maybe 4 really low production days. And another issue here is in the spring months, we have a lot of high humidity in the area. The high humidity results in cloud cover, not overcast skies, but a lot of puffy clouds around. And so what you'll see is a solar production curve that is really choppy, especially in the afternoons. That's really going to impact your maximum solar production for the day. So where my high-end production might be 52.9 kilowatt hours on even a fair weather day with partly cloudy skies, I may only see 25 to 30s to maybe low 40s. Average production per day, 32 kilowatt hours. Again, my highest production day in June on the 16th, 46 kilowatt hours. Again, a little bit of clouds in the afternoon, likely getting in there to be capped out below 50. Lowest production day was on the 11th. We had, again, overcast skies all day with some rain and fog around, so 6.9 kilowatt hours. Average percent of normal rainfall for the month, 95%, right around normal rainfall that we saw in my area for the month of June. And again, that sunrises, sunsets cloud cover, 60%, generally partly cloudy most days in the month. Total lifetime production, now this would be for 1 year of having my system. I'll have a lot more details in my annual summary video coming very, very soon. Hit that subscribe button again to be notified. Total of 9,082 kilowatt hours. I'll also let you know what Tesla estimated I should have seen for an entire year and whether or not I met that number. Created another SREC for the month. So that brings me up to a total of 9 SRECs created in 1 year, or an extra $624.50 back in my pocket. Solar really does pay for itself. This is really amazing. My utility bill for the month of June 2021, only 50 cents. And that's because in the summertime, my electric company provides me with an $8 EnergyWise credit for having an efficient home. So that takes that $8.50 customer charge, drops $8 off, and I paid 50 cents for the month of June. A really cool thing that happened in the month of June, actually on June 2nd, is that my Tesla solar panel system produced the same amount of energy that the entire lifetime of my Tesla Model 3 has used. So on June 2nd, 2021, my system had produced 8,194 kilowatt hours. And on June 2nd, 2021, my Model 3's lifetime energy usage for over 31,000 miles is 8,188 kilowatt hours. So very cool to know that my Tesla solar panels can produce enough energy to equate what I've used in my all-electric Tesla Model 3 during its entire lifetime. Click on the link above for a Tesla short that I produced summarizing this. And of course we had the summer solstice that occurred on June 20th of 2021. I've got my summer solstice video summarizing my solar production on the summer solstice. Make sure to click that link above if you're interested on my summer solstice solar production. If you really enjoyed this spring 2021 video, make sure you check out my Tesla solar playlist. In there I've got summer and fall 2020 solar production videos and a winter 2021 solar production video as well. So definitely check those out if you really like these numbers. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video. If you really enjoyed it, make sure you subscribe to Tesla Family Channel here on YouTube. We really appreciate all of our subscribers and everyone who watches our videos. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you soon. Check out all of our other videos as well. Also, follow us on Twitter at TeslaFamilyChan. Use my referral code to buy a new Tesla and you will get 1,000 free supercharging miles. Or if you use my referral code to buy Tesla solar roof or solar panels, you'll get a $100 reward after system activation.